carefully out there. Oh. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Man, that sun is bright. That is bright. So we are at the property here, and we're going to show you guys, because you've seen a lot of this stuff probably months ago. I don't know the last time we were actually in with the Americans. Maybe collecting eggs last year.
Yeah, it probably was.
It's been a while. But before we get into today's video, guys, make sure, if you didn't watch the last video, we're doing a giveaway to come visit our facility. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, but also go check us out on Patreon.
Sanctuary.
Our sanctuary.
Because it is non-profit 501c3.
Yes. So our sanctuary.
Legit sanctuary.
So check out that Patreon where we post a lot of exclusive content on there. But also, if you just want to enter the free way to win, what you got to do is down in the comment section here, comment a croc or a gator emoji or a snake emoji. At the end of the month of April, we're going to pick someone, and May 1st, we're going to announce the winner. One person from YouTube, 2 people from Patreon.
Snakes don't count in my book.
But they do in mine. So if you want my vote, you know what to do. But Kyle, we got the American Crocodiles here, and there's some big plans with these guys.
They are getting bigger, and we have big plans for them. So this is their current enclosure. They have absolutely destroyed. It's a natural pond. She actually has a wallow all the way back in there. She is definitely hiding right now.
And what size is this, just before we move on?
This is 16 by 24.
Okay, so still pretty large. I mean, she's probably a 7-foot animal, 6-foot animal maybe?
Yeah, she's about 6 foot, yeah. So, but she is well overdue for an upgrade, just because that's the problem with natural ponds, is they just fill them all in. So they just have these little pockets everywhere. And she's sitting right here. So this thing is a lot bigger. So guys, as you can see, we've had issues with them digging. So we have to put cinder blocks all along there because they just tear it all up. But you can see, there she is.
And she's much bigger.
Here, get in here.
I'm gonna get
a lot closer. Get a good side.
And just a beautiful animal. Next
up is Chubbs. So he is unfortunately not a full 13-foot alligator. He is 12 foot 10 inches officially. But I'm sure he'll be 13 foot in no time. He eats super well. He definitely is taken care of here. And then he'll be moved to the new enclosure, which he'll have even more space to swim around, exercise, and we have a lucky lady for him. So
yeah, you've been preparing that lady for a while.
Yeah, she's well through quarantine. So once we move him, then we'll introduce them together. Luckily, he's a wild alligator, so he's been around his fair share of alligators. The other one, they're both nuisance alligators, so they should be fine together. I'm not too worried about it. It's the ones that are captive born, you know, that have been separated their whole lives, that have zero social skills. So he shouldn't be a problem at all. Right, buddy? Right, bud? Yeah, he's such a sweetheart. He's still an alligator. He can still do a lot of damage, but compared to crocodiles, he is...
I mean, you say he's not 13 foot, but I mean, 12 foot 10, 1,000-pound animal. If he grabbed you and wanted to, he could do some damage.
Oh, yeah, he's a hefty 12 foot 10. Did you see this one?
So this one is hidden. We saw the bigger one. But before we get going here, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to show you the other American crocodile that's been in the greenhouse.
Yep.
And I don't think we've even shown him or her, but we're hopefully it's a him on the channel yet. And then we're going to show you guys where the Americans are going to be going. So you can see their final enclosure for now. For now. They're always moving. I don't know what your plans are. They change every 10 minutes.
Oh, at least every 2 hours.
Are we stopping here at Professor?
Look at that.
All right, guys, check this out.
It's like a ghost. See that? You just get him to come over and say hi?
Yeah, let's get him for the people. Everybody loves Professor.
He's another one that will be going into a much larger enclosure. And guys, believe it or not, the enclosure that he's going into is still a temporary enclosure until he goes into, honestly, it's going to be like 200 foot by like 125, 150 foot. So it's going to replicate like the Steve Irwin enclosures, the old Steve Irwin enclosures, the very naturalistic little small billabongs, and just replicate a beautiful natural. There he is.
Look at that, guys. That is a very, very beautiful white salty.
Yeah.
Or yellow golden salty.
Hey, bud. Come on. Come on. He always stays on the slender side. He's very, very picky. He is very conscious about his diet. So if you feed him too much, he will certainly not hesitate to spit pieces back out. Not regurgitate, but guys, I mean,
finish.
yeah, especially if it's rabbits or what. He loves chicken. This guy loves chicken, but we don't give him too much chicken just because it's not the best for him. You know, it's like eating ice cream. You know, you shouldn't eat it all the time. So that's his ice cream. But he does love mice, or not mice. He eats jumbo rats and rabbits.
And when's he going to the new property?
We're actually going to hopefully move the big salty in the next week or two. And then we're moving the big salty's trough over here to start training this guy to walk into the trough as well.
Sweet.
All right, guys. So there is what we believe is possibly a male American crocodile. We're going to try to take it.
So much for being quiet.
Right? Come on, bub. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Get over here. Get over here, Ryan. Right here. Easy, bud. There you go.
I see if I can get a better.
I kept a tiny bit of pressure on him.
Try to open it a little bit.
Just be careful. Yeah, there you go. Oh. Yeah, I don't want him to come all the way out and hurt himself. But if we just be slow, Ryan, real slow.
I don't have that too far.
Okay, right there. So that's the little guy that we're hoping is a male, and we can pair up those two beautiful females.
All right, guys, like we said with the American, so there's 1.2, hopefully. We're gonna sex that one in the greenhouse when we move it because it's getting moved into this. Now, Kyle, we've talked about this a lot. This is an amazing freaking enclosure. And over there's land space. I mean, this is huge. This is absolutely huge for 3 smaller Americans that are gonna grow. So do you want to walk people through kind of your vision, your dream, coming to fruition?
Yes, yeah, so this should be plenty for them. And the biggest thing is, like I said, we're introducing 3 animals that have pretty much been isolated. So there definitely is a little bit of a risk, but that's why we'll tape them up and let them introduce each other and then go from there. But this enclosure still has a bunch of different avenues and alleyways and, you know, visual barriers.
Places to hide. I mean, most people think this is where the enclosure ends. You got the land space, you got the water space, and then you got what? It's gonna be 5 feet behind you.
5 feet behind here, yeah.
All right, guys, look at this.
5 feet all the way around.
Kyle, you just keep standing there. I'm just walking back. I'm just trying to get to the edge of the enclosure. And guys, you may think we're at it, but we're not. There's the ramp. Like we're still going. Like look how far this is.
5 foot past that wall.
Past that wall? That's right here. Yep. That's the enclosure, guys. Look at how big that is. Like, we can barely see you on the GoPro, Kyle. We don't have zoom capabilities on here. But look over here. So you got this land. This is where they'll hang out, come out, hang out, and then you got 5 feet there. This is gonna be all workable grass. Then you got 1 pond, 2 ponds, and then a shallow section. So I mean, dude, you've been talking about building this facility for 5, 6, 20 years now. And now it's actually looking like a facility.
Yeah.
How do you feel? How do you feel, Kyle?
Feels good. You know, this has been a long time coming to get not only giant enclosures here for the sanctuary, but also hurricane-proof enclosures. So essentially, no matter what the weather brings, whether it be a super cold night like we've had 31 degrees here. I had ice on top of the tegu cages. We had actually lots of nights in the 30s. And then obviously the hurricanes. So even if a major hurricane category 5 hits here, these things aren't moving. So, and that's the thing, is just setting them up that way. You know, just doing a lot of work now, but when push comes to shove, whether it be a cold night or a hurricane, you don't have to worry about it. So
you can actually see that. Was that drainage down there, or is that
that's
inbound?
So, yeah, so what it is the water's going to be up here, guys, but so this is a pool that's far from the other pool. I'm going to have a feed in here for warm water, so the cold water will drain out that way and go towards the main drain on the other side. So it'll run through there, and then there'll be another feed over on that side, so there'll be 2 areas that are really warm water. Yeah.
And this sheep pile, for those that are new here, can withstand what, 220 mile per hour
250.
gusts? 250
sustained.
Oh.
So hurricanes, I know I say this a lot. 185 is maximum sustained winds. 185 to 190 and 220 gusts. This is 250 sustained.
So like it's not getting touched.
No.
The wood might fly off, but that's
The wood, yeah.
that'd be a really strong hurricane.
But at least the walls are made out of sheet pile, so there's no way these crocodiles are escaping. And that's what I worry about. You know, it's natural disasters.
I mean, you got these pretty well set up in, like, guys, we got 4 here. Yeah, 4 here. Then you're gonna be building some back there that are new that haven't been started yet. Then you've got these 10, and then there's another 10 going in. So this is quite the operation.
31 new enclosures, and you guys can see like the scale we're doing. So it's not like 31, you know, 20 by 20s. Like these are big enclosures.
And very labor intensive too.
They are, because again, it's a lot of labor right now, but you know, in the future, nothing to worry about. The ponds are always going to hold their shape because the sheet pile, they can dig around the bottom like they do with crocodiles love to do, but it'll hold the shape. So the maintenance is so far less. Yeah, I mean, there's really is like no maintenance. So because the sand can't fill in, the water is just going to keep circulating through. It's like a natural pond, so it breathes up and down.
All you have to do is cut the grass.
It really is, you know, and I'm still working on that. Like, still trying to find a way I don't have to do that so much. All right, guys, well, that wraps up another update here, and especially on the American crocs. And in the coming weeks, we'll have these guys moved, and you guys will see every bit of it here.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to check and see if that is a male in the greenhouse, because if it is, that's gonna be pretty sick. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, again, go check out the Patreon. Link's gonna be in the description below. But until next time, we'll see ya.
See you guys. Beautiful, natural,